everyone, welcome back to Delectable Flavors. Today I'm back again with another simply delightful tutorial, and I'm going to teach you how to make a number cake using the number 3. So now what we're going to do is get our icing. I'm going to be using my Oreo icing in the middle sandwich, and then on the top layer I'll be using chocolate icing. And if you're wondering how to make this beautifully moist chocolate cake, I've left a link in the description box on how you can make that as well. If you're wondering how to cut out your numbers, I actually have a full number cake tutorial in the description box on how you can do that. So what we're first going to do is get a dollop of icing and put it in the center of the board. I'm using a 1M piping tip. Just going to set this aside. And now I'm going to gently pick up the number cake as they are very fragile. I've learned that the hard way. One of my cakes have actually cracked. So now what I'm going to do is pipe a series of dollops in the form of a number 3. And I'm just going to hold my number cake over here just so I don't flip my cake. And the 1M piping tip is very elegant, but if you do not have this piping tip, you can use a round tip as well, as that is what is traditionally used to make number cakes. And now for my last dollop. And now what I'm going to do is get my second layer and gently pick that up as well and place it on the cake. Now my cakes are on their own very moist, but if you are planning on using or making a cake on a later use, make sure you simple syrup your cakes. Now I've left a link in the description box on how you can make my regular simple syrup as well as my lemon simple syrup for those of you who do not like the super sweetness of the regular simple syrup. Now what I'm going to do is put this in the fridge to chill for about 10 minutes. So I just put my chocolate chips, I have one left in here and I got that in. And what I'm going to do is microwave these beautiful chocolate chips as I'm going to use these to decorate my cake, and I'm going to do this step while my cake is chilling just so I can save some time. So what I've just done is microwave my white chocolate for 30 seconds, gave it a good stir, and then did another 30 seconds, and I've got this consistency. And you want to make sure that you microwave it in 30-second intervals just so you can maintain your chocolate and make sure it's all okay. For me, it took 2 30-second intervals to microwave 226 grams of white chocolate. And now I'm just going to stir to ensure that there are no lumps. And now that I have that all done, I'm going to start dipping my strawberries into my white chocolate. So what I've just done is dipped 1 strawberry in my white chocolate, and I thought it'd be a good idea to show you how to exactly do it. So what I'm going to do is get my strawberry, hold it by the leaf, and then dip it in my chocolate, spoon some on, swirl it a little bit. I want to get a nice coat. So now what I'm going to do is pull on my chocolate strawberry, and I'm going to lift it up. And now I'm going to let this rest on my parchment paper, right over there. Like so, and now I'm going to do the rest of my strawberries. So now what I'm going to do is put my strawberries to chill in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes. So what you're first going to do to cut your strawberries to look like the plate in front is basically cut off the green part, as you don't want to eat that. And now what you're going to do is just cut the strawberry in half, as we are going to be using both the red and the white side onto our cake, so we get a little bit of color and chocolate on it. As you can see, if you just open it up, we get 2 beautiful halves of the strawberry that gives both color and our chocolate look. Now we're going to repeat this step for the remainder strawberries. So now that I have my cake and my strawberries all cooled down, I'm going to pipe my top layer of dollops using chocolate icing. Pipe and squeeze. I'm gonna keep going. going. If you have a lock on your turntable, it's a good time to use that now, or you can hold it. And my last dollop. I'm going to let this sit in the fridge for 5 minutes because the strawberries are heavy and I still want these beautiful dollops to hold their shape. So what I'm going to do is put a Hershey bar and then 2 strawberries following that. But if you do not have Hershey bars and you do actually have a silicone mold, you can use any of the leftover chocolate chips that you melted and use that as well, as it is relatively the same. You can see all the indents right there. And now what I'm going to do is start. I'm going to start off with this one, as I made one just to show you all. And I'm going to stick it on into my frosting. Now I'm going to stick on a small strawberry, followed by a coated strawberry. I'm just going to look for the perfect one. Let it slip. And what I'm trying to do is get the overall shape of a number 3, but what I want to do is skip one dollop. Really the star of the show is the strawberries. I just like to use the Hershey bars as I personally love white chocolate. It's my favorite chocolate. And Hershey's is cookies and cream. So I really do like it. Now once again, I'm gonna skip another dollop and then do the same step. And now what I'm going to do is get my chocolate almonds and just put it right in between. So I think my cake looks wonderful the way it is, and this is the end of the tutorial. So if you did like this tutorial, please give it a big thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for a new recipe or lovely tutorial every Thursday. Till the next recipe, bye-bye!